Welcome back, everybody, to Westlake Hornets Teambuilder Dynasty here on NCAA Football 14. As today, we're not watching Westlake football. Our Hornets are currently preparing for the Pac-12 championship as we speak. The number 1 ranked Westlake Hornets will be facing off against the number 6 Stanford Cardinal. But in the meantime, we got some high school football to watch. The Utah State semifinals. We got both semifinal games in this episode. And then after the Pac-12 championship, before the bowl game, we will look at the Utah National Championship. So the first game on tap is the Fremont Wolfpack going to be taking on the Burmester High Black Bears. And then the second game, we got the Salt Lake City High Lynx taking on the Ogden Tigers. So let's take a look at these two teams first, starting off with the Wolfpack of Fremont High School. This is a very talented team. A few Westlake players have come through this school. The notable players on this roster are the Moon twins, Tegan and Tristan Moon, both of whom are seniors. Tristan Moon is the number 1 cornerback in the nation. He is committing to Westlake. And then his twin brother, Tegan Moon, on the other side of the ball, a 4-star receiver, also coming to Westlake. Meanwhile, for Burmester High, the heavy favorites in this game, they're led by the top receiver in the nation, Carter Westwood, along with the number 3 receiver in the nation, Cassius Troy. Both of them have committed to Westlake as well. And there are a lot of talented players on this Burmester High roster. So before we kick today's game off, I figured it's only fitting that we introduce you with both lineups. Burmester High has this ball teed off, and we are underway. It'll be McCray receiving it at about the 1-yard line. McCray has a few blocks. Welcome to the high school state semifinals, everyone. Mike McCray with a gain of 48. Don't mind that. That's a total damn lie. So here is the Fremont offense led by junior quarterback Orlando Ortiz. Ortiz on first down, going to look to throw it under pressure, and he is quickly sacked for a loss of 8. The play is made by Vuksin Marazov. That's a fun name to say, but Vuksin Marazov will get the sack. Burmester High is also led by a junior quarterback, and Alex Westwood. Of course, he is part of that big Westwood family related to Carter and Steven and all them boys. So here's Alex Westwood. First play of the game. Down the field on the option. Eventually is caught by one of the linebackers, Zach Barajas, a senior, but still an incredible start to this game here for the Burmester High offense. So Alex Westwood kind of got a boo-boo. He got back spasms. He will be fine to return to the game, but for right now, it is this senior Doug Crowder, a Southern Utah University commit in the game. Crowder on second down gets it to Cassius Troy, the Westlake commit for the touchdown. Troy, the number 3 wide receiver in the country, I think the number 8 overall player in the nation, with the touchdown, and the Burmester High Black Bears are on the board first. This Fremont offense is really dependent on their top 2 playmakers. Obviously, Tegan Moon being one. The other one is senior running back Joe Jones, number 5 in your backfield. He is currently uncommitted, but does plan on playing collegiate football, as Orlando Ortiz is incomplete. This pass rush of Burmester High has been outstanding so far. Burmester High is looking good so far, but now it's third down. Let's see if Fremont can get the stop. Westwood under pressure, and he has to throw it away. So this Westwood drive was a lot worse than the last one, which primarily featured Doug Crowder, which is interesting. Fremont's offense has really not been able to move the ball at all. So let's see what they can do here on this drive. Orlando Ortiz on first down, going to keep it on the option, and he loses 3. That's Jordan Everett, who will bring him down for the tackle for loss. Fremont has not yet gained a first down in this one. Let's see if they can change that here on 3rd and 1. Handoff for the senior back, Joe Jones. He is for first and a little bit more. And when Joe Jones is in the open space, watch out. He's one of the most electric playmakers in the entire state. Nice first down to Joe Jones. Let's see if they keep feeding him the ball. First down, play fake. Orlando Ortiz under pressure from Vuxen. No, that's not Vuxen. That's Trent Westwood, sorry. The senior linebacker committing to the University of Missouri next season gets the sack. And this Fremont offensive line has just looked obliterous so far. Is that even a word? Fremont has been able to run the ball just fine today, but it seems like they can't pass it to save their lives. Either it's going to be an incompletion or a sack, it feels like. I don't think there's been a single passing play of positive yards, and they will change that here on this play. 3rd and 20. It's Tegan Moon, the Westlake commit, with the first down, and that's how this first quarter will come to an end. Currently, the Burmester High Black Bears lead it 7-0. Fremont's offense is starting to figure things out here on this drive. 1st and goal. Let's see if they can punch it in. O'Neal in motion. Orlando Ortiz keeps it, and he's in for a touchdown on the read option. And just like that, the Wolfpack will tie this game up at 7. Burmester High is the better team, I think, overall on paper, but obviously it's been a pretty slow start for them. As there's Alex Westwood, he's going to be sacked for a loss of 7 by the inside linebacker, Wilbur Graves. As you can see, it looked like it was an option. Josiah Mendez was right there with the quarterback, Westwood, and it seems like there was some sort of miscommunication. And because of that, the Black Bears are going to lose 7. Now it's 2nd and 17 after the weird sack on the option, I don't know. As it's going to be a screen from Westwood over to Mikkel Harrison, the running back, and he loses 5. It's once again Wilbur Graves making the play. That's Westwood's first completion of the game, and he has -5 passing yards. Yikes. 3rd and 8 here for Fremont. Let's see if they can potentially take the lead here before halftime. As Orlando Ortiz, he's going to look to throw it. Now he's going to scramble, and he has an open rushing room. There goes Orlando Ortiz. He will slide past the 50. Excellent first down. Excellent awareness in the pocket. He realized no one was open deep, so he just found the open rushing lane and was able to capitalize. Under a minute left here in the first half. Fremont has not used a timeout yet. They're taking their sweet old time right now. As Orlando Ortiz under more pressure. Going to throw on the run. Risky pass, and it's going to get intercepted by the nickel cornerback, J.B. Roth. And Burmester High will get the ball here late in the first half. Excellent play, reading the throw. Ortiz was just under a ton of pressure, and he's been under pressure all game, so you can't put the blame on him too much. I think it's worth noting that Carter Westwood has not touched the ball today, and Cassius Troy has been non-existent since that first drive. Here is Westwood going to float one up for the Stanford commit. Avo Eyaluko for a gain of 24. Bad coverage from the linebacker, Wilbur Graves. 3rd and 1, 7 seconds left. Here is the Black Bears. Short pass for Mikkel Harrison. He's in the end zone for a touchdown. He did not want to get tackled that play. He probably should have been brought down to like the 2 or 3 yard line, but just kept fighting. And that'll result in points, and the Black Bears will take the lead as the half is now pretty much over. 2 seconds left here in the first half. Fremont down by 7. Going to try to run one final play before halftime. Ortiz looking for Tegan Moon, and it's picked off by Thor Carlson, the safety. You can't really blame Ortiz. He didn't really have a choice. But it's been a rough half for him. 2 for 9, 2 interceptions. Really not looking good out there, and the Burmester High defense has been cooking. That's how your first half ends. The Black Bears lead it 14-7. They do start the second half off on offense, I believe. I'm pretty sure. As only fair, I'm switching the user, so now we're going to be looking at Burmester High here in the second half. 3rd and 8. Westwood under a ton of pressure, and he is sacked. That'll be a 3 and out. Kane Harris brings him down, and that'll force a punt. The Wolfpack will be starting this drive past midfield. They got to get into a groove. Ortiz on first down gets flattened by Trent Westwood. His 2nd sack of the game, but holy smokes, he just put that kid on his back. Yikes. That's going to leave a mark tomorrow morning, I'll tell you that. 4th and 15. Fremont has decided to fake the punt, and it's successful. Patrick Franks completes the pass over to Marcus, and that's a first down. Gutsy call here in the state semifinals, but it works. Gotta give credit to whoever Fremont's coaches, because that's a ballsy call. So Fremont will keep the football. 4th and 15. A fake punt. Don't see that every day. And then the very next pass is going to get intercepted by the senior Jaquez Mitchell. That was fun while it lasted. Neither offense has been very good here in the second half, and you got to give some credit to the Fremont secondary. I mean, they're playing 2 5-star wide receivers, and neither of them have touched the ball since the first possession. Obviously, they do have a 5-star corner, to be fair, in Tristan Moon, but that's still pretty impressive. Second down. Here is Westwood. He has a wide open man deep. That's Cassius Troy. His second touchdown of the day. Right as I say these guys aren't touching the ball, stuff like this happens. And Troy, with his second score of the game, will give Burmester High a 2-score lead. You want to know how the Wolfpack can win this game? Feed the ball to Jones. Feed the ball to Moon. That's got to be the game plan. Third down. Here's Ortiz. Looking to throw it. Under some pressure, and he is nearly intercepted again. That ball was right into the hands of J.B. Rolfe. I'm convinced he's just trying to throw picks now. Am I the only one who's stoked to see Tegan Moon with an actual quarterback? I mean, I can't be the only one. Westwood gets sacked for a loss of 4 on first down. Nice play from Bobby Daly, a senior, making the play. I don't really know what the Black Bears were trying to do there, but okay. Now it is 2nd and 14 here for Burmester High. Alex Westwood going to look to throw it. He's going to get it to Carter Westwood, his first catch since the opening drive of the game. That'll be a gain of 19. Tristan Moon has done a great job in this game of really covering Westwood like glue, as that's Carter's first big play the entire game, and it's not even that big. 2nd and 10 here for the Black Bears as they continue to move the football down the field. Westwood will hand it off over to Mikkel Harrison. Just his second actual carry of the game. He's made an impact in the receiving game, but not on the ground. He actually loses a yard courtesy of Wilbur Graves. 3rd down and 11 here for the Black Bears. Let's see if they can convert this. Westwood gonna heave it up for Carter Westwood. Ooh, incomplete. Nice coverage. That was DeMarcus Fenn, not Tristan Moon, with the deflection. 3rd and 3 here for the Wolfpack. Gotta get this, as Orlando Ortiz going to keep it himself. Everett misses the tackle. Quay Lewis misses the tackle. That's a first down for Orlando Ortiz. Eventually brought down by Fort Carlson. But still, big gain for Fremont. They needed that momentum. Fremont has to be aware of the clock. They cannot use up too much time on this possession, or else there's no possible way for them to win. Here's Orlando Ortiz on first down under pressure, and he is sacked. Big play for Jordan Everett, the senior linebacker, forcing a loss of 7. 4th and 17. The Wolfpack are going to go for it. They've already converted a 4th and 15 fake punt. Now they got to get a regular conversion. Ortiz is sacked. The Black Bears will get the ball back. I think that was DeJuan Price. No, that was Wilcox. I don't know who Wilcox is. He makes the play, and now the Black Bears will get the ball back. I think Burmester High would chew clock, but this team does not like to run the ball. So I wouldn't be surprised if we see some passes. Bingo. They're going to start the drive off of the pass. There's Josiah Mendez, the sophomore, with a gain of 30 to open it up. I think Burmester High is just going to treat this like a regular drive. First down, here is Westwood. Under pressure, he is sacked. Massive play for Riley Pitt, the defensive tackle, as he brings him down. Personally, I think this game is more important for Fremont than it is for Burmester High or any team in the tournament, to be quite frank, because Fremont is a senior-dominated team. Everyone in their front seven is a senior. Running back Joe Jones is a senior. The Moon Twins are seniors, so they got a lot of key players going. But unfortunately for them, Orlando Ortiz is not one of them, but you just can't allow plays like that. 3rd and long, Avo Ialuko gains 30, and that's probably the ice in the dagger. Incredible throw from Westwood for the first down. So now it's 1st and goal. Who else but Burmester High to go 5 wide? Westwood is going to be sacked. Okay. And the Wolfpack will call their final timeout. I think that was Riley Pitt once again with the sack. If Burmester's smart, they just run the ball and take the points. They're not going to do that. They're not going to do that. Westwood fakes one sack, but is still brought down. Both pass rushes, to be fair, have been really good in this game. That's Aeneas Waters, who gets the play on second and goal, so now it's third and goal. As Vic's clock continues to kick, here's the Burmester High field goal unit to make this a 3-score game as the kick is good. Now 24-17 with just about 30 seconds to play. That is how this game ends. The Burmester High Black Bears get the win 24-7. Good win for Burmester High as they will be advancing to the Utah State Championship once again. Last year they obviously lost in heartbreaking fashion, but this is a team who's been there. They've won the big game. Now it's time to see if they can do so again. And obviously this is a stinger for Fremont. I mean, these guys, obviously, as I've mentioned, a senior-dominated core. It's funny that Cassius Troy had only 2 catches, both for touchdowns. But, I mean, this is a senior-dominated core for Fremont, and this is how their season will come to an end. So an unfortunate set of events here for the Wolfpack. Obviously not a great game from the junior quarterback Orlando Ortiz. But now we direct our attention to the second game of the day as the defending state champion Ogden Tigers will be taking on the Salt Lake City High Lynx. We still got another game of high school football to go. Who will be playing the Burmester High Black Bears in the Utah State Finals? Will it be the Salt Lake City High Lynx or the defending champion Ogden Tigers? I know it says they're 99 everything, but they're not. I don't know why it says that, but just go with it. It's worth noting that Ogden actually got a rebrand from last year. The jerseys are a little bit different, as you can see. They wanted to go for a more orange look. I think they look pretty nice. If you look at this Ogden roster, they don't have any Westlake commits at the moment. The only team of the 4 that we're looking at today that does not have any Westlake commits right now, but that could change come off season. The Hornets are pursuing their star running back Irving Porter, along with one of their defensive linemen, Leon Ramirez. Meanwhile, for the Salt Lake City High Lynx, this is a sleeper team. Really came into the Utah State playoffs where no one really thought they'd go this far, but led by the leadership and talent of linebacker Ronald Benson, who is a Westlake commit for what it's worth. That has led this Salt Lake City High team to this moment. So without further ado, let's get the show on the road. But first, let's meet these lineups. So here comes out the Salt Lake City High offense led by a junior quarterback. No, this is the Ogden offense. I'm stupid. Well, they do have a junior quarterback leading the way, Keith Fleming. He's going to be an athlete in next year's recruiting class, probably not as a quarterback, but more so as a quarterback, running back, receiver, athlete, as there's Irving Porter on the screen, a potential Westlake target, being tackled by the Westlake commit, linebacker Ronald Benson. I don't know why I thought Salt Lake City High was on offense first. I don't know. This quarantine might be making me crazy. Anyway, first down now, a little bit past the 45. It's going to be an option. Ogden is an option offense. They love these plays because Keith Fleming is a dynamic athlete. He runs for 25. Great start here for the Ogden Tigers. I think Keith Fleming is the more talented version of Taysom Hill. A guy who you can use at quarterback, you can have as a runner in the backfield, just a guy who can do so many different things. Is Fleming, he's just a dynamic runner. I think this guy could just be an outright running back and just be a problem as he finds the end zone for a touchdown, and the Ogden Tigers are quickly on the board. This Salt Lake City High offense isn't star-studded, but they have no seniors starting at all. Mainly a cast of juniors, including quarterback Marcus Matthews. He's a dual threat guy. He's not as athletic as Keith Fleming, I'll tell you that, as he gets it to Christian on first down for a gain of 17. Now a 5-wide set. It looks like the Lynx are trying to throw it here early and often. Matthews under pressure, gets it to Bradley. Nice pass. Even better catch, and that's Amir Bradley for a gain of 19. Really risky throw. I mean, Matthews was under a ton of pressure on that play. Could have been picked off by 27 or the safety, but still a nice gain. Now the Lynx have it at the 22, and these offenses have gotten off to a red-hot start here. Gonna be an option. Matthews loses 5. Nowhere to go. That is Leon Ramirez, a potential Westlake target with the play. The Hornets just got on his radar a few weeks ago, but they're the favorite to land him now. 1st and 10, 2 minutes left here in the first quarter. Actually, it's 1st and goal to be specific, as Christian going to come on the option. He's tossed the ball and he loses 5. Another bad run here for the Lynx. This time it's Cody Ferris. I don't even think he's one of the main starters with the tackle. I think both Matthews and Fleming probably are going to have more completions here at the end of the first quarter than Orlando Ortiz had the entire previous game. 3rd and 7. Matthews, I don't know what he was doing. Short pass for the slot receiver, Jess Fontenot, for a loss of 3. I think Matthews was trying to force Fontenot the ball, and Fontenot ran a weird route. Matthews already had the play in his head, and he just couldn't react, so I guess that'll force a field goal. Here's the field goal unit. Should be a pretty easy kick to make it 7-3, and it is right down Main Street. And the Salt Lake City High Lynx are on the board. 2nd and 4 here for the Tigers. This will likely be the last play of quarter number 1. Fleming will look to throw it. His pass will be caught by Noah Cox. Nice play. The safety was trying to come in and make that pick, but instead Cox airs out for the catch. And Ogden is 55 passing yards here in the first quarter. Some games they don't even have 55 yards, yet this team finds ways to still score 55 points. I think the big surprise is Ogden is really putting an emphasis on the pass game, and they're doing a good job. Keith Fleming is 4 for 4 right now, 55 yards. I'm impressed. Fleming on first down under pressure from Benson. He's going to keep it himself. Nice run from Fleming. Most quarterbacks, that's a sack, but not with Keith Fleming's speed. Instead, that is a first down. Keith Fleming is just running like a prime Adrian Peterson right now, and you can't forget that these guys also the 4-star running back who could be Westlake starter in a few years. 3rd down, Fleming actually gets stopped. Excellent play by the defense, as I believe that was McPherson who brought him down. We know Keith Fleming can also kick. He's not playing kicker today, though. I guess Ogden is just trying to get him as much rest as possible. Just keep his legs fresh to run the ball rather than kick it, as this field goal is good and the Tigers will make it 10-3. The Salt Lake City High running back, Tanner Mems, is 6'6", 230. Yeah, a 6'6", 230. He is built like a defensive end, playing running back as a high school kid. That's nasty. You want to know what else is nasty? Marcus Matthews. He's been playing really well so far today, as he gets that one to Jess Fontenot for a gain of 23. Matthews currently 6 for 6. I think Keith Fleming has only thrown one incomplete pass. This is weird to watch after watching the disaster of Orlando Ortiz last game. The Lynx now have it at the 46 here, as Christian will be in motion. He's now going to enter the backfield. It's going to be an option. Marcus Matthews going to keep it himself. Matthews with a first down, trying to run past defenders. Nice gain of 25, trying to show that Keith Fleming is not the only mobile quarterback in this game. 2nd and 10, just about 2 minutes left here in the first half. I know the game looks low scoring on paper, but both offenses are playing really good football right now. And right as I say that, I thought that was going to be a loss of yards, but no! Tanner Mems breaks the tackle from Leon Ramirez and gains 20. That should have been a loss of 5, but Mems, I know he's a junior. I know he's not really being talked about by a lot of college outlets, but I think Westlake should go after him next year. I think the Hornet scouts have to be impressed, and I won't be surprised if you see them at plenty of Lynx games next season, and obviously they'll get another look at him in the championship game if Salt Lake High does make it. First and goal. There's Tanner Mems with the touchdown, and we are all tied up at 10. Both offenses are dominating right now. Every possession for both teams has resulted in points of some sort. Let's see if Ogden can keep that up here. Nice pass from Fleming over to Nathan Barrett. He was under a ton of pressure. I think Ronald Benson was the one sending pressure, number 46, yeah. But the freshman, Nathan Barrett, makes the reception for a first down. 2nd and 2 here at around the 31 for Ogden. 53 seconds left here in the second quarter. As Fleming, he's going to get it back to Nathan Barrett on the exact same play. Number 9 for the Lynx is just getting schooled. That is the slot cornerback, Rashad Bowles, and he's having no fun. Nathan Barrett is just dominating him on that out route. 2nd and goal here for the Tigers. Let's see if they can score late in the first half. Fleming going to try to run it himself, and he does. Keith Fleming with his 2nd touchdown on the ground, and with just 30 seconds left here in the first half, the Ogden Tigers are back on top. So Salt Lake City High started this drive off at the opponent's 46 after a great kick return by guess who, the running back Tanner Mems. Now they have it at about the 33. 2nd down. Matthews going up the middle over to Kawaka Christian for a gain of 21. 7 seconds now remaining. Do the Lynx take the points, or do they go for another play? Considering they have one more timeout, it's probably smart that Salt Lake City High goes for another play, and it works, as it's Jakari Bowser, the junior, with the touchdown, and this game is tied up at 17 as the first half comes to a close. This game is tied up at 17. The Lynx start the second half on offense, and yes, we are now using Ogden. Once again, want to be fair, as this half will start with an option. Matthews, late toss for Jess Fontenot. That was a bad decision. Marcus Matthews could have gained positive yardage on that play, but instead, he gets it to Fontenot, who is immediately wrapped up by Calvin Owens, the corner. It is now 2nd and 19 after the 4-yard loss and then a false start penalty for the Lynx. Not an ideal start to this possession as Marcus Matthews, short pass over to Donaldson, and he is crushed for a loss of 3 by the linebacker Curtis Dunn. It is 2nd and 2 here for the Ogden Tigers. I get to use these cheat codes now, so I'm quite excited. Noah Cox in motion. He will enter the backfield, and it's going to be an option. And Keith Fleming is actually stopped for a loss of 2 by Lauren McPherson. 3rd and 4 now for Ogden. They are just 0 for 1 on 3rd down. Let's see if they're going to have to start this half off of a punt. And it looks like they might. Irving Porter only gets 3. That sets up an interesting 4th and 1 dilemma. 4th and 1. Ogden will stay on the field. They will go for it. Nathan Barrett in motion. Handoff for Irving Porter, and he got it. Irving Porter finds the hole. Found. That's not a word. He found the hole and gained 10. Nice play for the Ogden Tigers. They'll keep it going. Lewis Venice in motion. I don't think he's touched the ball yet. And that will change here as he touches it and loses 3. Immediately wrapped up by M.J. Sullivan, the safety. Now it's 2nd and 13. Ogden has not thrown the ball yet on this possession, and that looks like it might change here unless Keith Fleming does something silly. And he will do something silly. And it's a fumble picked up by Ronald Benson. And Salt Lake City High will get the ball back. The senior linebacker, Ronald Benson, the Westlake commit, picks it up. I couldn't really tell who forced that. Number 9, I don't know these jersey numbers. So, still a big turnover nonetheless. And the Lynx will get the football. 3rd and 1 for the Lynx. If they don't get this, they probably will go for it. Interesting call to see what could happen, as it's going to be an option. Marcus Matthews does not get it. He gains a yard, but is going to be stopped by Curtis Dunn and friends. 4th and inches, to no one's surprise, they will go for it. I assume we're going to see a run here, and it's an option. Matthews is stopped by Calvin Owens, and the Ogden Tigers will get the ball back. 3 quarters down, 1 to go. And as the great Booger McFarland would say, whoever wins this quarter would win the game. 2nd and 9. Fleming going to scramble. Is this a design run? I don't think so. Going to take a shot, and it's picked by Kelly. I don't know what Noah Cox was doing there. Looked like he was trying to make a play. I don't know what he was doing. But that's Zach Kelly, the 3 safety, the senior, making the play. That wasn't even a bad throw from Keith Fleming, to be fair. That was just a questionable play from Noah Cox. He usually does not go deep because this team runs the ball 80% of the time. That's what happens when you put running backs at wide out. 3rd and 10 from the 49. 3:45 left to go. This might be the most important play of the game up to this point. Here is Marcus Matthews under pressure, and he is sacked for a loss of 9 by Russell Ingram Jr., and that'll force a punt. We have seen no scoring here in the second half. I don't know if either team has passed midfield. I think Salt Lake City High might have once, but these offenses have been non-existent. Here we go. Now it's Ogden's turn to try to put some points on the board. They already have it past the 50. They're looking pretty good so far on this drive. As here's Irving Porter. What a move by Porter. He was going left, but then saw that there were a bunch of defenders in the area. Not really, the linemen weren't getting good blocks, then shifted to the right for a first down. Get excited, Westlake fans. Here's a possibility you can see that on Saturdays. And not much more than a possibility because Irving Porter is far from a lock. Here's Keegan Vaughn now. He gets it inside the 15 on the jet sweep. And the Tigers are closing in on the end zone. This clock continues to go. Only about 1:10 left. Javier Chandler in at running back as it's going to be an option. And Fleming is stopped for a loss of 4. Massive play for Troy Stanley. And all of a sudden, we got a big 3rd and 11. 3rd down and 11. Ogden chewing clock. Under 30 to play. Here's Keith Fleming. Scrambling. Fleming, what a move for the touchdown. And the Tigers will take the lead with just 21 seconds to play. Keith Fleming with his 3rd rushing touchdown of the game. That was obviously a pass play, but I'm pretty sure the whole plan was for Keith Fleming to just run. 17 seconds left. Salt Lake City High is down by 7, but the only thing that's impossible is impossibility. Screen pass for Mebs, and he's going backwards. Loss of 2. Johnson brings him down. 8 seconds left. Salt Lake City High is down to their final timeout. This is the game. Will they get it, or will Ogden get back to the championship? Matthews under pressure. He is sacked by Leon Ramirez, and that will do it. There you go, folks. A rematch. Next episode, I guess, will be the Pac-12 championship. Then after the Pac-12 championship, your Utah High School State Championship, a rematch of last year's game between the Ogden Tigers and the Burmester High Black Bears. And I'll tell you this. Obviously, Salt Lake City High got the loss, but, they played well today. I'm very impressed with Salt Lake City High, even though they're losing some key pieces, guys like Ronald Benson. Pretty much the whole offense will be back next year. And I think this is a team who you can expect to see go far down the line. This team has a lot of talent, a lot of young guys coming in, and I'm sure that we'll be seeing the Salt Lake City High Lynx next year in the state playoffs as well. That'll end the episode. Hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to hit the like button and subscribe. And as always, have a good one. Deuces.